Hey y'all, I wanted to do a quick video kind of going over just the basics of Canva. So one of your assignments this week is to create an all about you flyer infographic thing on Canva. The main point of this, and I'll drag over these instructions, the main objective is just for you to create a page kind of discussing like who you are personally and professionally, and just familiarize yourself with the Canva tools for educational and classroom use. This site I use to make like flyers, infographics if I was over different programs like I did yearbook or I hosted math tournaments when I was in the K-12 setting. So I use this to do little flyers for that. I helped run the social media page, so I would create little things for that. Or just for my classroom, I could create like a weekly infographic. There's a lot of uses here. Okay, so anyways, just wanted to kind of give you a little bit of tech exposure since you don't have like a designated class for that. So you'll go to canva.com, and it'll look like this. I think there might be an option for you to get a free educator's account, but really just the basic account is sufficient for the purposes of what you'll need. I didn't have like the pro account that was free with the educator background until like a few months ago, and I used this for years prior to that, so you don't have to have all of those. So anyways, this will pop up, and so you can either go to create here, and you can kind of type stuff, or you can just go here. And so I would say like all about me flyer, and then just click. This is, like I said, this you can literally type anything. So you could say like STEM night flyer. So let's say that your school is hosting a STEM night and you can get tons of ideas. These little hats down here, this is a premium template. It says included with my Canva educational plan. So if it has a little hat, you can't use it for free if you don't have the educator's plan. So anyways, it kind of restricts some of your things, but like you could look at this one. You could get an idea of the layout from this one and then make it yourself using a different template. So it's not saying you can't design something similar, you just can't use theirs. Let's look at like weekly newsletter. So I'm just showing you different things that you have available. Classroom newsletter. So you could say like teacher's notes, what we're doing in class that day, homework, this whole homework sheet right here, weekly assignments, and it kind of goes through. Some of you might not use this, but I just, again, was trying to give you some tech exposure. So today we are doing all about me. So I'm going to say all about me flyer, and I'm going to look at all of these options. When you pick one, you're not committed to staying with exactly what's on the paper. So a lot of times, like when I pick one will have like little flowers or smiley faces, and I'm like, I don't really like that, but I like in general the layout, or I like maybe the color combination or the font, and so it's less that I have to change. So I'm going to look through and I'm going to pick one for me. Um, well, let's see, I'll choose this one. Actually, I think I like this one better. All right, so I'm going to say customize this template, and so it pops up. So let me put this on half, and then I'll put the instructions over here on the other half. So again, those are like the goal for this assignment basically. And then it says required content. So full name. So first, I'm just going to plug in the required content. Okay, so I've got that, my hometown. Ooh. Notice when I do this, it spills over. You can use this and drag it and it just makes it bigger. Okay. Major concentration. So I'm not gonna put my age, so I would put major. BS in math, minor in STEM education. Again, I'm gonna need to extend it. Notice that it goes pretty far. So if I want to, I could drag and move this down, and then I could hit return. And so I've spaced it out a little bit more. You can play with your formatting, okay? So I have that. I'm probably going to move this over a little so it doesn't overlap with that anymore. I don't want this little girl's face because this is supposed to be like a professional something. So I'm probably going to delete even these little stars, and I'll show you how to add elements later. I'm going to expand. And so notice too, like I can center it using this. It'll tell me when it's centered. And then I can move all of this up or over however I want to structure it. I'm not going to go through the entire thing. Just trying to give you an idea of how to use this. So next, why you chose to pursue teaching. My why. And you can write whatever you want. I chose to pursue teaching because some teachers have the okay. So yours can be a little bit better thought out than mine. I just tried to put something up there to get this done as far as like this little video. But anyways, okay, so I said my why. I chose to pursue teaching because STEM teachers have an opportunity to have a great impact on the community for future generations. Okay. Next, it says a favorite quote that inspires you, especially related to education or learning. And so you can like Google educational quotes. Like I don't expect you to just pop up with one. 3 fun facts about yourself. Put that, and you'll kind of organize that. So she's even got fun facts, and so you could like select this, and you could delete this since you only want 3. If you wanted to include 4, you could. Hobbies and interests, I could put that maybe down here. Teaching philosophy and aspirations, I could put it over here. Professional readiness, it says a professional photo or avatar, I would probably put that here. Optional school or LinkedIn, I could put like a QR code maybe, or even just a link to my LinkedIn profile. If I have that, I could put that here. And it says design requirements, use at least 3 Canva tools, such as icons, images, classroom themed graphics, custom fonts or text effects, templates or layout grids. So I've already used a template. That's what this is. I'm going to show you briefly how to use like the other elements and stuff so you can kind of tinker with them. It's kind of addicting when you get into this, especially if you're kind of a person that likes creative stuff. So you'll click elements. Let's say that I want to add a plant, or let's say math symbol, because I'm teaching math. And so you have graphics as an option. I usually use a lot of graphics. You can use photos, frames, videos, like if you wanted something that moves. But again, I typically use graphics. You can do whatever you want to do. And so I think this one looks cool. So I'm going to put this one over here because I teach math and that's like a mathy thing. I can turn it a little. What if I want it like behind this little puppy picture? I can hit position. I don't know why I would want it behind, but you could put it behind. I could put it all the way behind. And so then it kind of disappears. I could bring it back to the front. Let's do one more. So let's do plants because I like houseplants. Oh, this is cute. Oh, this is really cute. Okay, let's do this one. So there's that. And I may have like this hanging over here since this is going to be like my hobbies is houseplants, and I'll discuss that later. Okay. So anyways, I'm trying to keep this video fairly short. I'm going to finish this up and I will share this with you as an example for you to kind of style yours after. One more thing before I get done, because I thought about this too. If you want to change your font size, highlight it and you just reduce it. You can change like what the font is. This is very similar to Google and Word. So I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. If you have questions, feel free to reach out, and I hope y'all are having a great week. Okay, so once you've completed your All About Me flyer infographic, and you're happy with how it looks, always make sure you go back and look at this rubric. This is how I'm going to be grading you. So just read through that if you need to. And then you're going to want to save it. So I'm going to show you what that process looks like. You'll go to share and you'll go to download. I would do PDF for print, and then you're going to hit download. If you use any elements that are part of like the pro plan, and again, it'll have like that little hat, this right here, there's like a crown down here, or it'll say like EDU. It's not going to let you print a PDF for it. So make sure that you're using the free stuff if you don't have a pro account, because you do not have to have a pro account to do this assignment. So I'm just telling you, be careful, because if you put a pro element on there, it's not going to let you print and you're going to be frustrated. So make sure you're using only free stuff. And then I would open it. I'm going to go to save as PDF, save. And so I'm just going to say Birchfield all about me. Ooh, if I can get off the capitals. Canva assignment example. Yours won't be exactly that, but I'm just saying save it to something that you know what it is so that you can go in and upload it to Canvas. All right. If you have questions again, feel free to reach out.